Hi everyone, Travel Edit Guy here, and I'm here on the first day of the early lockdown. I call it the lockdown light. It's Tuesday, it's around 8 o'clock, and I'm walking through the downtown area, historic center of Malaga, and just about everything is closed. Look at this, wow. This would all be, I think you guys might have saw a video I did here about a week ago. It was Halloween. And everything was open. There was tons of people. What a different story it is tonight. No one. Empty streets. Empty streets. So let's take a look around here. A few little businesses here. Still open, closing up, I guess. Maybe some places with some carry out. You can get some carry out items. Let's head down to the center of the town and see if anybody's still open. I don't think they are. Hello? One man there open. Spaghetti shop. I had some information about the municipalities and how far you can go. Someone was asking about that, and it was actually a woman that she left a comment. So hi to her. Her name is, oh gosh, I'm going to say this wrong probably, Fianella, and she's an Irish woman. She comments a lot on my channel, so hi to you, and thank you for that, because I had said that the towns, you cannot leave your town, but technically you can't leave your municipality. So it's pretty much the same thing. I have a little map. I'm going to try to put it up on the screen, and you cannot travel outside of your municipality. So you can't travel outside of Malaga, outside of Fuengirola, for example, Torremolinos, Marbella. So whatever town basically you're in, you have a little bit more leeway in Malaga. It's a little bit wider. I can't go to Rincon de la Victoria. That seems to be its own municipality. So if you were there, you are in Rincon de la Victoria, for example, it's kind of unfortunate. You're in a kind of a more smaller area. Actually, in Malaga, we have a little bit more leeway to walk around. Well, I hope you can hear me through this mask. I know it's not ideal. Wow, really, really quiet here. So you can see everything closed. Let's head up to the plaza and see if there's a few people out. I guess they're going home, maybe taking a walk, but everything is shuttered. I wanted to talk about another thing I read about today. Was in Marbella. They had a large protest in Marbella, and it was a lot of business owners. They got together and they gathered in the old town of Marbella. And they were protesting the closure of all the businesses, and they were all dressed in black, and they were protesting the death, basically the death of all their businesses, and they're saying they're not going to survive, and they need help from the government to survive. So that is one thing that I saw today that was quite interesting, and they said the government is not doing anything to help them. And they have rent that is sky high, and the rent is not being lowered for their businesses, and none of the locals are going into the old town, historic part of Marbella, the old town. It's all tourists, and when there's no tourists, they have no business. So they're in a very, very difficult situation. They say that they're not going to survive till next year without help from the government. So that is quite sad there. I'm seeing a lot of police cars rolling around here. There's another one. So they are out very vigilant right now. So let's walk this way, maybe away from the plaza. These business owners in Marbella, they were saying that they want to spend, the municipality wants to spend a bunch of money putting up Christmas lights that no one is going to see, and it's going to cost a lot of money. I don't know what they were talking about, but maybe 700,000 euros. And they said that money would be better spent to give them to the businesses. So So at this point, I kind of agree with that. I think that that's probably the way to go. There's a supermarket up here. Let's see if that's still open. My understanding was that the supermarkets stay open until around, probably till about 9 or 9:30. I don't know exactly, because 10 o'clock is the new quarantine time. Now, this store is open. General Optica. I guess you can get your glasses still. If you need a pair of glasses, you can get those. So that would fall in the essential category. So an optometrist. And here's the supermarket that is open. Carrefour. So you can go into Carrefour and you can get some goods in there if you need to. So very, very quiet streets here. That is the norm now. Very, very quiet. And you're not going to have probably as many people now in Malaga, because a lot of people come from other municipalities or from out of town to visit. So there are going to be more locals. That'll be quite interesting, since you can't travel to the city even. Now I have a list of rules that I'm going to get to. They have all the rules here. Actually, they had it on this website. So I'm going to go over that. They have some new rules about the gatherings, how many people can gather, and some things like that. Here's a place here. It's open. You get some empanadas. I think they're allowed to have these businesses open because you can get carry-out still. Let's walk up to the bridge up here, and I'll read you guys the rules, what they have going on now. So it was a really nice day here. It was quite warm, and now it's a little bit cooler. It's the evening time, but we had some nice sunny weather today, so that's good. So one thing we have is the nice weather. Hopefully that will be good for killing any viruses. I saw something on the news today. It was quite interesting. They were talking about the efficiency of the masks and how well that they work. And this woman, a reporter, she came up with an idea to test the mask. So she lit a cigarette lighter, and she blew on it, but she had the good mask, the N95 mask, and it didn't blow out the candle, or blow out the flame, I should say. And she took it out in the street and she was testing people's masks, and they had these cloth masks like this. And the first guy, she walked up to him and she said, can you blow on the candle? And he blew the candle out, or the lighter, I should say, the flame. He blew it out quite easily. So he said, oh, I guess my mask is not that effective. And she said, yeah, I think so. So that's a good I swear, when I wear this mask and I'm talking into it, I don't know, for some reason it makes me cough. I don't know exactly why. I think I do better without the mask. The thing makes me cough when I'm talking. I don't know why exactly. The bus is still running here, going to Palma. So we got some buses still running around 8:30. I think it's around 8:30 now. They were showing the efficiency of the mask. It's not so good with the cloth mask. It basically goes right through. So they were saying that they did another experiment with the surgical mask, and they poured water in the mask, and she held it in her hand, and she wanted to see if the water would not go through the mask. And the surgical mask, actually, it held the water. Her hand did not get wet. With the cloth mask, it went right through. So they're showing you that a lot of these cloth masks that you're wearing are porous. They're not really protecting you from anything. It's more of an illusion, I guess. It's very, very little protection. And they said that to be efficient with the mask, with the surgical mask, you have to change it every 4 hours, they were saying. Because as you talk, as you speak, it becomes wet and it becomes less efficient. I want to go out on the bridge and it's a little bit quieter. Let's do that. If I can. And I'll read you the new rules. Wow, it's so strange. It's so quiet. And I don't feel as energetic today. I hope that's not coming through in my video. Maybe now I'm starting to feel a little more energy. I think I need another coffee. Just kind of down, I guess, with the whole situation. So I'm sure a lot of you people are dealing with that yourselves. And okay, here we are on this bridge here, and this is actually the bridge. They call it the bridge Puente de Santo Domingo, Puente de los Alemanes, the German bridge. And I believe it was rebuilt, and it was like a gift from the Germans. There's some kind of story behind it. I'm not exactly 100% sure what that is. So let's go ahead and read. Let me see what the best view is. Should we go this way or that way? We'll go this way. Okay, here are the new rules now that are going into place. Oh, here's another ad. Okay, so all of the municipalities are going to close. You cannot go in or out of them without a justified cause. So I'm translating this from Spanish right now. The toque de queda, which is the curfew, will be established between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. We know that. Colleges and institutions will be open. Classes in university will be online, except for practice and experimentation. So, not exactly sure what that is, but experiments and things will be on campus, I guess. All of the activity that is not essential will cease at 6 o'clock, 1800 hours. If you have some kind of public gathering or private, you cannot have more than 7 people. So you're limited to 7 people. I guess if you have people in your house or after the curfew, I'm not sure exactly. You're only allowed to have 7 people. Okay, so we're in the level 3 of public health alert. Level 3. Oh my gosh, level 3 now. Okay, so religious ceremonies and civil ones, 50% capacity right now. Banquets, 50% inside, 75% outside. Commercial establishments, 60% allowed. You have to maintain social distancing. Transport, public transport, 100% in the seats, 75% standing. So there's regulations there. Activities outside like hiking, 10 persons inside or 15. Well, it shows them in hiking. It says actividades ambientales, so I assume outside. 15 in open air. Hotels and restaurants, 50% interior, 100% on the terrace. So they're going to allow movie theaters and things like that to stay open. So that's kind of strange to me. You're closing everything, but you can have movie theaters open and theaters can be open still. 60% capacity, 300 persons inside and 500 outside. Parks and gardens, they're going to be open, and you can have more than 10 people. So this is the kind of regulations that we had. So it seems kind of similar to what we had before, a little bit different, but more of the same. And like I said, why would you allow... There's no one around me now. I'm going to take the mask down. Maybe you can hear me much better now, hopefully. Why would you allow theaters and cinemas and things like that to stay open? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me if there's such a crisis, level 3 sanitary crisis. So that's the information I have today. That is the first day of the early lockdown. We'll call it the lockdown light. So that's what I have for you today. So hope you're doing well, and we'll see you in the next episode. Travel Addict Guy. Take care, everyone.